From this video, you will get tips to prepare for D-VXR-OE-01 Dell VxRail Operate V2 exam. Introduction to the D-VXR-OE-01 Dell VxRail Operate V2 exam. Certification requirements. Exam topics breakdown. Exam preparation tips for best studying. (1) A VxRail administrator wants to rename the VxRail cluster and the VxRail vSAN data store. What is the recommended method to make these changes? A. Refer to the VMware vSphere and vSAN documentation. Follow the steps detailed in the VMware documentation. B. Renaming the objects is not permitted. Rebuild the cluster with the desired names. C. Use Solve to generate the relevant procedures. Follow the steps detailed in the procedures. D. Refer to the VxRail Appliance Administration Guide. Follow the steps detailed in the guide. Answer: B. 2. A VxRail administrator observes alarms that start with VxR in the vSphere client. How can they obtain information about the alarms and the related knowledge base articles? A. Go to the Alarm Definitions page and click the KB link. B. Use the VxRail Event Code reference. C. Use the VxRail Administration Guide. D. Consult the General VMware Knowledge Base. Answer: B. 3. A VxRail administrator wants to determine how long the rebuild will take after experiencing a disk failure in the vSAN cluster. Where is this information located in the vSphere client? A. Configure greater than vSAN greater than services, object repair timer. B. Monitor greater than vSAN greater than resyncing objects. C. Monitor greater than vSAN greater than data migration pre-check. D. Configure greater than vSAN greater than disk management. Answer: B. 4. As a VxRail administrator, you have been asked to configure vSAN fault domains after selecting the VxRail cluster. Where would you navigate to in vCenter to accomplish this task? A. Configure greater than vSAN greater than disk management, fault domains and stretched cluster. B. Configure greater than vSAN greater than general, fault domains and stretched cluster. C. Configure greater than vSAN greater than fault domains and stretched cluster. D. Configure greater than vSAN greater than configuration assist, fault domains and stretched cluster. Answer: B. 5. A VxRail cluster needs to be moved to a new rack in the data center. During this process, the entire cluster will be temporarily shut down. Which maintenance mode option is the best fit? A. Protected maintenance mode. B. Ensure accessibility. C. Full data migration. D. No data migration. Answer: A. 6. A developer would like to test the VxRail API calls directly in their browser. What tool should be used for this use case? A. VxRail API RESTful API Cookbook. B. VxRail Onboard API Documentation via Swagger. C. VxRail API PowerShell Package. D. VxRail API User Guide. Answer: B. 7. A VxRail administrator has configured a VxRail stretch cluster with the default distributed virtual switch networks. Which network is missing? A. vSphere vMotion Network. B. Management Network. C. Stretch Network. D. Virtual SAN Network. Answer: C. 8. In a VxRail appliance, which task is performed using VxRail Manager? A. Create storage pools. B. Remediate health events. C. Manage VxRail users and roles. D. Perform software upgrade. Answer: D. 9. In a VxRail appliance, which task is performed using VxRail Manager? A. Create storage pools. B. Remediate health events. C. Manage VxRail users and roles. D. Perform software upgrade. Answer: D. 10. The VxRail customer wants to change the hostname and IP address of the VxRail Manager VM. What should be done to complete this task? A. Generate the solve procedure and follow the instructions. B. Refer to the VxRail administration guide and follow the instructions. C. Contact Dell support for assistance. D. Refer to VMware documentation and follow the instructions. Answer: C. Subscribe and like past question.